This is a PokePress special report.
Hi, I'm Stephen Reich here at the Monona Terrace Convention Center in Madison, Wisconsin at the Pokemon Trading Card and Video Game Midwest Regionals 2012. I'm here with Colin Peterick, who is one of the top 8 players in the Masters Division of the Trading Card Game competition. And Colin, the deck you were running this weekend, it's a little bit unusual. It's mostly just Terrakion with a couple Mewtwo's EXs thrown in. So first of all, Terrakion is sort of the mainstay of the deck, and you started with just that, but you decided to add a couple Mewtwo. How did that come about?
Well, the Terrakion deck is really a metagame deck. It's there to beat all of the Zekrom Eel decks, which it does pretty handedly. And I played that for the first 2 states, and I was finding that if I go up against like a Mewtwo with Eviolite, Terrakion needs 3 shots it, which is not cool. So I decided to add a couple Mewtwo's to like sort of sweep late game. So it still has the early game aggression with like catching up Tynamos or even Celebes. It's really EXP share that makes Terrakion viable in the first place, letting you keep your energy in play. And yeah.
What are some of the other supporting trainers in the deck?
I max EXP share, I max Switch. Maxing Switch is probably the most important part of the deck because a lot of people will try to catch her around Terrakion because it has 4 retreat, and just as a stalling tactic. And I always kind of smile on the inside when they do that because I know that I have 4 Switch in my deck and 4 Junk Arm. And so really the MVPs are the EXP share and the Switch. Obviously I also play 4 Catcher and 4 Junk Arm, but those are the main really good cards in that deck.
And so you made it to top 8, so you definitely had some success this week. What went well for the deck?
Well, luckily I was paired against a lot of Zekrom Eel, which it pretty much auto beats because everything in their deck dies to Terrakion, except for Mewtwo. But like I said, I can just take 4 prizes with Terrakion, and then when it comes to it, I can just drop Mewtwo in a double and take the last 2 prizes. So I had a lot of success with that. I had a couple of games where I drew like Revive, EXP, Junk Arm, and then a basic, and then sort of had to top deck my way out of it. So that's one thing that the deck does. It clumps with trainers. So I sort of had to pray to get my way out of that, but luckily I was able to.
And you did run into a few issues along the way. What were some of the games you had trouble with, and are there any adjustments you might make to the deck to compensate for it?
Well, my 2 losses, one of them was against Zekrom Eels, and that game was I just couldn't draw anything. I got benched out on the second turn by a Zekrom. So that was a loss. There's nothing really I can do about that. I play 12 supporters and 2 Pokegear, so I really don't expect that to happen very often. My other loss was a Mewtwo, Terrakion, Hippowdon, as weird as that sounds. He ended up winning just barely. It was a really close game. Again, there's nothing I could really do to change that game. I really like everything in the deck. It's very consistent. There's 4 of pretty much everything in the deck.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Colin. This has been Stephen Reich from the Monona Terrace Convention Center in Madison, Wisconsin at the Pokemon Trading Card Game Midwest Regionals 2012.
This has been a PokePress special report.